And good evening, everyone. I'm SLU-News 22 Chief Meteorologist David Keller here in the Weather Center with Mark Jays in as we are covering this winter storm that has just begun to impact the St. Louis area. Mark, it's snowing pretty heavily out there.
It is. Some of the roads, we're getting reports in, some of the roads are partly covered. Some of the roads are also fully covered. There's some incidents out there on the road right now. One notably, David, you were driving in from West St. Louis County. What did you see on 64?
I was coming in on eastbound 64, and there were three different accidents between I-70 and Grand, where I got off the interstate. One specifically that was blocking the left two lanes of eastbound 64 just past Kings Highway. Most of the roads were snowpacked. The snow was coming down very heavily, so definitely not a good time to be out on the roads if you don't have to be.
And I'm seeing that accident here. They're still saying about another 45 minutes until that accident is cleared and the left lane is closed. Also, a traffic note, 255 eastbound, 255 at Lindbergh, two left lanes closed there. So the roads are being impacted here in St. Louis, and it's only 9:05 p.m. We still have a lot of time before the snow fully engulfs over the St. Louis region. Why don't you give us some more information about that, David?
Well, because of the snow coming in, the National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning. So we'll go ahead and take a look at those maps right now. You can see the area lit up in pink. That is a winter storm warning, and that is in effect until 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. So this winter storm warning means significant amounts of snow accumulation are likely as we head through the next 24 hours. Now we'll pull up the radar in just a moment, and we can see that snow has been increasing across the St. Louis metro area and points to the west over the last 4 hours or so. This radar loop starts about 4 hours ago, and you can see snow has begun to creep into the St. Louis area, and we have a fairly heavy band across the city right now, and that will slowly lift off to the north and east, but you can see more snow developing back to the south and west, so we're not anywhere near done with this, as snow will continue to regenerate across southwest Missouri and move into the area. We may see a break as we head towards the early morning hours, say midnight to 1 a.m., but a new round of snow is expected to develop once again off to the south and west and move in our direction. Now, taking a look at our high-res Doppler radar here, you can see there is a band of fairly heavy snow now located just to the north of St. Louis. But you can see it moved in from West County across Chesterfield into St. Louis, and is now lifting into St. Charles and Alton to the north. It's bringing about 1 inch an hour snowfall rates, and that usually means the visibility is very limited. Snow accumulates on roadways very quickly, so it's a fairly intense band of snow here, and that will continue for the next couple of hours as it slowly lifts off to the north. As you can see, we may see a little bit of a break here in the next few hours, but more snow will develop off to the south and west and move into the region. So here is our snowfall forecast. Maybe here.
It's coming.
We'll get our snowfall forecast in just a second. What we are expecting about 5 to 7 inches of snow from central Missouri off to eastern Missouri through the city into western Illinois. Anywhere in this area could see 5 to 7 inches. More likely closer to 5, but some areas, especially in central Missouri and off to the west towards Columbia, they could see 5, 6, 7, maybe even some isolated amounts of 8 or 9 inches within this band, as we'll see some very heavy snow overnight, and slightly lesser amounts towards the city. I'm expecting 5 or 6 inches here. Now to the north and south, amounts do taper off, 3 to 5 down to the south of St. Louis and to the north, and they taper off to the east as well. And further south, all the way down in southern Missouri, only expecting maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 inches of snow in that area. So here's your forecast for the rest of the night. Snow will continue to increase across the area. If it's not snowing in your area yet, it will be soon. By midnight in most locations, heavy at times, especially between about 3 a.m. and 9 a.m. as that second wave develops off to our south and west and moves into the St. Louis area. We could see some more bands of fairly heavy snow, and of course we'll see those totals between 5 and 7 inches across the St. Louis area. Tomorrow, a high temperature of 25 degrees, snow likely through midday, tapering off to flurries in the afternoon. Again, that total of 5 to 7 inches. In your 4-day forecast, temperatures get very cold, almost brutally cold, as we head towards Friday morning with a low temperature around 3 degrees, only warming up to 16 on Friday. Now, Mark, you've been looking at some of the reports coming in across the area. accidents, snowfall reports. What do you got to tell us?
Sure have, David. We have a lot of different snowfall amounts have already come in, and you can always tweet at us at StormAlertSTL or at MarkJZin or at www.facebook.com/StormAlert if you have some totals. Here's some of the totals that we're going to run down real quick. Coming in 4 inches already in Gasconade County, Missouri. That's not far away. That's a train spotter, David. 4 inches. That's a lot of snow. 1 inch being reported by Train Spotter in Edwardsville, Illinois. 3 inches already in Fulton. And that I-70 corridor, especially areas like, it looks like Columbia, Mizzou. I don't know if they're going to be having school tomorrow. Hopefully they are not. And hopefully we are not here at SLU, but you just never know. So, David, what else you got for us?
Well, that snowfall will continue to increase across the area, and we'll see periods of snow throughout the evening. Again, snowfall totals between 5 and 7 across the metro, less to the south and east and to the north. It's kind of centered right across I-70, really. If you take I-70 from Kansas City to Columbia through St. Louis, that appears to be where the heaviest snows are going to be. Less towards Quincy, less towards
It's an
Farmington,
interesting track.
Yeah, it is. It's tracking almost due east at the moment, so we'll continue to see these periods of snow overnight. The roads are snow-packed. You don't want to head out.
Yeah, I just took a look at the maps here. David's going to try to get these maps from MoDOT up here on the screen here in a second. But they, especially when you get more toward the west here on 70 and toward the northwestern part of the state, just completely snow-covered. All the roads, the interstates and stuff, they're starting to be partly covered as you get toward the St. Louis area. So the storm's definitely on our doorstep. If not here, it is here. Our good friend Sally Russell from the Weather Channel down in Atlanta says earlier northeastern Kansas City has already picked up 6 inches of snow. That's in Kansas City, and she thinks there's going to be an inch of snow an hour in parts of Kansas City up until 1 a.m.
Yeah, they're expecting 6, 9, maybe 10 inches of snow in that area. So definitely a big storm for them. Big storm for us. Totals, 5, 6 inches, especially in the metro area and points to the west where it could be even higher. And we'll continue to monitor the situation.
It's interesting.
Here.
I think you see this bubble right here. I think this is where Gasconade County is, and they've already picked up. So I think they got a nice burst of energy.
Gasconade's right down here, yeah, just to the southwest of St. Louis. And we'll continue to watch this. We'll have that road map for you in our next update.
Absolutely.
Because we didn't have time to pull it up this time. But we'll continue to watch the snow develop, and we'll bring you any updates as they come into our Storm Alert Weather Center.
Yep. We'll see at 9:40. We'll see at 9:45.
Yeah, and be careful on the roads if you do have to head out.